Alright, how's it going, guys? We are back. And now that our power production is taken care of with our reactor down there, we are full up on petroleum gas. We're doing a little bit better with light oil. That should get better soon. As everything keeps running, we are fine on sulfuric acid again. So everything is looking much better now that our reactor is online and everything is running well. Now we do need to do something about our plastic here, which hopefully isn't going to make too much of an issue with the petroleum gas, but we need to upgrade the amount of plastic we're making, because we're going to start doing the low density structures today. And they're going to take 5 plastic, 10 copper, and 2 steel plates for each one of them. So let's get this all piped up here, which also means that this little guy is no longer going to be good enough, I don't believe. It's also kind of in the wrong place. I guess let's do this here. That'll run each one of those. Alright, so we can do that like that. And then we'll just have the output come out the front here, which I guess we kind of ought to move these up just a hair. So put one right there. I'll take care of the output as well. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and make one of these medium storages right here. So it'll be right on the corner. And then we can have 2 go in, we can have 2 go out, and we'll have one of these work on the near, one on the far, same on both of these. So now that'll take care of getting them in. This will take care of putting them out. And this is going to end up emptying this one, which we will get rid of. We don't need this up here any longer. So we do need to get... yeah, that's filling those up. So we're fine with that. And eventually those will start working once it gets that upper one done. So now let's look at making our low density structures, which we're going to use this nice field we have over here. And we are going to need a literal ton of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this, and we want to make sure that the plastic is on this one all by itself. And we'll have to upgrade this line, I'm pretty sure, to red before we get this all accomplished today. There we go. There's our low density structure. Set that for all of those. We shouldn't need fast inserters for this because it's a very slow process. It takes a long time to do it. Now, eventually when we get some modules made, which we need to look at doing soon. We can put some modules in here and speed it up a bit and make it, we can use productivities as well. So we can put productivities in here and then a beacon that does speed and efficiencies on the other side. We don't want to just, you know, rape the power, so we want to use a combination of both of them. All right, so that will take care of getting that in there. And then we need to get the copper and the steel into here. So let's run this up. Get this out of here. We want to switch that over to a red one so we can get all the way through there. I don't even know why this is still split here. I actually want to do it here because I just put that road in there. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this gap since we literally don't need it there. And we're going to get rid of this one because we need the copper off and onto this one. Alright, so that'll take care of that. And then we need the steel plate, which is going to go here. And we'll bring it right on down. And we want the red one for that as well. And that'll take care of that. And why did I put two of these? I need the long handle for the other one. Been streaming ABCs and they have that weird Bob's inserter thing where you basically don't have long handled inserters. I really prefer having long handled inserters, to be honest. All right, and then we'll have our output out here. And that down like that. And then we can just do, I want to actually do this like this, I think. All right, so that'll take care of getting us our low density structures. And now with that, we can make, which thing was it I needed that for? Needed that for personal. Oh no, I didn't need it for the bigger batteries. I need it for the shield generator Mark II. I need it for the personal sniper laser defense. If I want to make that. But the main thing that we're using this for is we need to make yellow tech cards. So we need rocket fuel, blank tech cards, blue circuits, and low density structures for that. So there is our low density structures done. We already have our blue circuits. We may have to make more of those, but we have them. And then we have our rocket fuel already being made up here. Way over here. Not making a whole lot of it, but we're making it. It looks like we actually need to upgrade our production of hydrogen chloride here, because we are not making enough of that, which means we're not making enough chlorine, because that big old tank we put in here is empty, which we're going to go ahead and get rid of since it's not needed any longer. And so that means we're going to have to put in more electrolysis plants. So we will upgrade that. And let's go ahead and I need to figure out how I'm getting these on the belt and where we're going to be making them. So all of our tech stuff is right here. And we're going to put the yellow ones on this line right here. So we're probably going to make them right here in this area, I would guess. Would be a decent idea. I don't think we need anything for stuff underneath it right there. So yeah, we can just put them right there. So we're going to have to get the low density structures and the rocket fuel over there. And I'm going to go ahead and loop this back up over on this side, because we're going to end up putting in another one over on the other side. And that's where we're going to put our modules and things like that. So let's see if we can just bounce this across here. I don't really like exactly where that's going, but we might change this later. And honestly, I can just turn this belt around. I don't know why I did that. Let's just do this. We'll just turn it around and have them go that way instead. And then we can get rid of all of this. Wouldn't that be a lot smarter? Yes, yes, it would. Alright, so now we can get rid of that. And we can just run this right there. Alright, so our circuit area is right in this area. We should be able to run it right up through here without any issues. And we're going to need some of these new research facilities. Let's grab 10 of these for right now. And we'll just put them in like that. I'm not sure how many of these we're going to need. Let's actually... What is this recipe here? So it's going to need 5, 5, 5, and 10. Alright, so if we do the low density structures and the blue circuits on this one, then we should be okay with that. So let's do this, and we need to get the rest of the low densities over here. Not make it all the way across the road? No. But this will. Alright, so we're coming down from right here. We need to get this the rest of the way across here. I have to use another red one here. Get across all of that. Alright, and where was that? Right here. Okay, so we'll do... let's see. This, that, like so. So then we'll do this. Put this in for here. Have that go up right there. And then this we can put right here. And have it go up right there. Actually take this one out and go over that way. And there we go. That'll get both of those onto that belt. And they will come up here. I'm going to go ahead and put in a fifth one down here. And we're going to use long handles to pull them up here. Because we're going to end up putting this in here. And that's going to be the output. Get us some power cables in here. So we can start getting that all in there. And then we just need to get the rocket fuel and the blank tech cards put in up here on the top. So let me work on getting them ran over here and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have decided we have not set up making nitrogen yet. So we are going to... I don't think I need anywhere near that many of these. We are going to change over to a new recipe for making our fuel for over here. And the reason is because we are almost completely full on hydrogen over here. So if we make even more chlorine to go with our hydrogen chloride, we're going to be filling up on hydrogen and still not have enough chlorine. So we can make ammonia, which is 50-50 hydrogen and nitrogen. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Well, there's no reason to do it over here. We'd have to send the nitrogen over there. We'll do it over here. So, first thing we're going to need is these atmospheric condensers, which we will put basically right here. Like we have the oxygen ones. But these are going to be for nitrogen. It'd be really nice if there was a recipe where you could get nitrogen and oxygen. But they don't have one because the air is made up of like 70% nitrogen and 20% oxygen, 10% carbon dioxide and other crap. So it'd be nice if we had that type of thing, but this ain't meant to be that realistic, I guess, so meh. So we're gonna go ahead and stick this in here, and we'll go ahead and hook that up there, and that will make our nitrogen. We need to move this up actually, because we're gonna put our pipe right across here, and that's going to take a little bit, so we may need to put in a few of these, but that will be for our nitrogen right there. And now we just need to mix the nitrogen and the hydrogen together. Which, like I said, we have tons of. So I'm just going to move these right down here. We'll start with 3 of them and have them make our ammonia, which we can then take this and bring it across. Not to there, to there. Thank you. And then that, we'll put our oxygen in there. And then we will hook our nitrogen into these here. Which we need to bring down over on this side. We'll have that come in and go right there. And now that will make us our ammonia. And that is going to need a whole lot more nitrogen, I'm guessing. But we can now mix that together. We're going to put this over here on this side. And I'm guessing this is also going to be made in, yes, in the fuel refinery. So let's just copy these over. And we'll put them down into like this area right here. Turn it this direction. That should work. Except that I put them over one further than what I want. I want to try to keep them somewhat in line with that. Let's do this. That way I can have this right where I want it. Have it come in there. And we're going to have the oxygen come down this way. So then this will basically go right in line with them, which is going to put the oxygen in the wrong spot. So we're actually going to move this over to here. Go ahead and place that. But I think I need to change, yeah, I need to change this. It needs to be up here. And then we can do that. And we'll just run the oxygen on that upper layer and the ammonia on this lower layer. There we go. So then we need this for this one. And then we will put a thing in down here that'll bring our iron in. And we need to connect this up to there. And switch all of these over like that. Then hook up our line over here. That'll get our ammonia coming in. And then we'll have our output line go right across like that. A long-handled inserter, thank you. There we go. And that'll get us our fuel. And now we just need to run this line over. So now we have two different ways of making rocket fuel. These are out of hydrogen chloride, so whenever they're unable to run, these can run. And let's go ahead and put one of these in here so we make sure we have plenty going off and down that way for our trains and stuff. And then we can just run this over. I'm gonna go one lower here. Yeah, it should be fine. And we should be able to jump that just fine. And then we'll take this just a little bit lower so we can get through here. And now we're going to have to go back up. Do right here and just run it right along where we have our batteries here, which we were going above them, but we're now going to go below them. There we go. That'll take care of getting the fuel in here. And then the last thing we need is the blank tech cards, which we are probably going to have to make more of. But let's go ahead and put in one of these. And we'll actually have this do here. That way our two things are on the different sides of the belt. And then we'll do in right there. I'll take care of the tech cards and the fuel. It's on its way over here. Go ahead and take a little bit of this out of my inventory. Throw it in here to get it started. And this is going to make 5 of them at a time, which we're making 5 at a time for the other ones in the same amount of time. We have 5 of those. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So we might put one more of these in here. And we have, that way we have the same amount there. Alright, so that down like that. This up like that. And there we go. We now have our yellow tech cards coming in, which we will then come in through this one. And that means we can finally start our logistics. So we can get that going. so we can finally make our other chests, mainly the provider chest, the requester chest. Well, the provider chest, no. I don't usually use that one. The buffer chest and the requester chest are the two that we need. But that will work nicely and get all of that done. And where is our fuel? It is coming in rather slowly. Let's go take a look and see just how bad we're doing on that nitrogen. I'm guessing we're going to need probably 5 or 6 more of them. That nitrogen is rather slow. Yeah, we don't have any of this running for that nitrogen. So let's go ahead and just put in... I'm going to go ahead and set this one and then copy these 3. And honestly, there's no reason for me to have them separated like that. We can actually save a little bit of room. Take that out of there. Use one of these bigger ones. And then we can just do that. Copy that. Paste it over here. And then we can run our pipe across, well, I don't know what all that was. And then up right there, we have these made so they can bring them and put them in. And we'll see if that gets us going any faster. It's obviously going to go faster, but I mean, you know, fast enough. There we go. Get all 3 of them plugged in there. Get them turned on, and I may have to make a, you know, much bigger bank of these somewhere to suck in our air and make us nitrogen. And doesn't look like we're doing too bad on pollution at the moment. And power's still looking good. Reactor's still running and keeping up with everything. Alright, so I will keep on this 50. Holy crap. So those 6 is enough to keep one of these running. So that means we're basically going to need at least 2 more sets of these. Let's go ahead and just come over here. I think I might move all of that out of there. Let's just do this. We'll just put 6. Actually, could be able to fit. Oh, we can't. Well, wait a minute. If we do this right, we can. If I take that out of there, we tuck that right up against it, we can do that, that, and that. And that should be fine. Now see if that gives us enough nitrogen to make us a decent amount of fuel. And then we'll just take and put a pipe here. And we'll just run this right across here. Run that down like that. That down like that. There we go. And all of those are getting power from that side. Now, can we get... we might have to use substations to get power over there. Let's see. If I do this... Yeah, that'll just reach. So I can put one right there. And then put one right there. And that should cover that entire bank on that side. And we can also get rid of these two pipes. We won't need those. Come on, bring me my substations, boys. Now we can just keep stretching these up because we're going to end up needing a lot more rocket fuel. Can we put modules in here? Yes, speed and efficiency. Alright, so there we go. We now have 24 of them running. See how that does for our nitrogen. Well, they're all getting their nitrogen now, so they're happy. And is that keeping up with the ammonia over here? It looks like it. But like I said, slow as this is going, we're definitely going to have to put in more. I think our next thing is going to be looking at excuse me, making our modules, which means we're going to have to upgrade our circuit area, obviously. That way we can put some productivity modules in there and some speed modules and get that going just a bit better. But at least that gets our fuel started and gets us on our way to our logistics stuff. And how is our basic tech cards are going fine at the moment. We don't have any of these because we don't have any fuel. We'll have to see just how that goes once the fuel actually starts getting over here. I'm guessing we're going to have to upgrade this a lot more. Also, I guess while we're here, we ought to check on the oxygen, since we're using that as well. Oh, oxygen is perfectly fine. Oxygen makes pretty quick. And power-wise, we're up to 240. So we're not doing bad on power. Nitrogen is starting to gain. So we can go ahead and let's just do this. Go ahead and put in 2 more banks of these. Change that pipe out, that pipe, these 2 pipes. That'll take care of that. Nitrogen comes down here. And we can get this all run across here. That one won't be needed. They can get everything else filled in. We need one there. And there. Change that out for that there. And I think that looks good. So that'll give us 2 more sets of those. Our ammonia is actually not looking bad. So let's copy this and put another 2 banks of these in here. We'll have to keep an eye on our iron and make sure we have plenty of that. We don't want to run out of iron, but I don't think this is going to take that much iron. That's inside build area, so they can take care of building all of that in. Go ahead and get the belts done. And looks like I'm missing an underground right there and right there. Okay, that takes care of all of that. Alright, that'll give us a lot more of them. Ammonia's still looking good here. We're actually low on nitrogen now up here, but we can always build more for that. And it looks like we're doing good on ammonia at the moment. It's staying pretty steady. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, I think that's all we're going to do for this build for today. There is one other thing. We have power armor already. Oh, we need to get to the next power armor. We have power armor Mark II. There it is, power armor Mark II. So we'll have to do military 4, and then we can get to that and get a much bigger one. And apparently we have 3 and 4 even after that. Yeah. So I'm not going to make anything else for my power armor at the moment. Plastic looks like it's doing rather well. Let's go ahead and pop this one out. And we can get rid of all of these now. Get this out of here. And just hook this up straight right there. This is already full, so we're doing good there. Now, once we get more fuel over here, so we're making more of the tech cards, then we'll definitely need be using more plastic, because we'll be using more of the other things. A lot of our fuel right now is going down our line right here. Half of our fuel is going down through here to start filling up this line. That is going all the way down through and goes to our trains. So it's filling up nicely. So once that gets done, and I will, once we get this logistics system done, we'll just use requester chests for that. We'll set up a buffer chest for the fuel, and we may even put one of them over here and let the logistics bots deliver the fuel over here instead of having to use this long stretched out belt that runs the length of the factory. We'll just let the logistics bots bring it in. It's not going that fast. But probably going to upgrade this many times. But we also need to keep an eye on the hydrogen and make sure we don't use up too much of our hydrogen. We do want to use up a lot of it so we can make more chlorine. But you'll notice it's already getting low. So we'll probably do a move of this into a different area. Because we really don't need it right here. The only thing it's doing is the sand. And so I think we may just come over into this area and build us some crushers and some more electrolyzers so we can get more hydrogen, because we're going to be running out of that next. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.